Hey guys, Steven here with Car Track Reviews, and I'm currently at the castle where they're doing, it looks like, I guess you could consider that a second story of sorts, and then a third story up there. This is basically some sort of spiral or helix or whatever you want to call it, where it goes up, and then it looks like they've got some concrete out there for the ground level part of the track. But they're redoing all this here. And we're gonna go over a place that's kind of unexpected, per se. The Castle Fun Center is located in Chester, New York. And they have a go-kart track among many other things that they have there. And I see it pretty frequently, and I wondered why I haven't been there yet. So I decided to take a trip and find out if the go-karts are worth it or not. So for pricing, take a seat for this one. For pricing, it's $8.50 per race. Well, I think it's at least worth trying once, right? And I believe the pricing is kind of appropriate for what you get. Maybe a little bit on the better side for what you actually get. And you'll see that as we go along. So for pricing, I give them an 8. Alright, so the carts, they're family carts. So this is kind of where we get into it a little bit here. They have a wing. I don't know why. I don't believe they actually affect any downforce on these carts. It's pretty tough to hold yourself in. I found myself kind of like bracing myself. There isn't really anything to brace yourself with, but it does go fast enough where on the turns, you actually do get affected by the G-forces. There's a tiny steering wheel, and that steering wheel is like tiny. Like I'm talking this big, which is what, 6 inches? But yeah, just typical family center carts, family place carts, family carts in general. It's just they're just there for kids to have fun and just kind of a thing of the whole picture when it comes to a place like this. Because this place has like a rock climbing wall. I think they have like trampolines. They have an amusement park. They also have a skating rink, like a roller skating rink, which is actually pretty nice looking in there. Besides all that, that's why they have family carts. It's just in a kind of a jack of all trades location here, just for families to have fun. So for carts, I give it a 4. Alright, so for track flow. The track flow is actually interesting here. It is, it's good for the carts. It's a slick track, and the tires are on the carts, but the interaction between the carts and the track are actually pretty decent. You do essentially go through full throttle throughout the whole track. So for track flow, I actually give it a 7. It is a good track flow for the space that they have. It's short, as you probably can see right now. It is short. It is kind of variable in a way. It does have some elevation change, believe it or not. And yeah, it's not bad for what it is. Alright, so for customer service. Most of the employees there were helpful. Like, they definitely wanted to help. However, my biggest concern with the location is that they would direct me to somebody or somewhere, and when I get there, they won't know, or, you know, the person that directed me didn't quite direct me at the right location, or anything like that. And then when I finally found the right person, they didn't know any information, and then I asked them to take my number and give me a call back with some information, and they never called me back, so they never even got back to me. I'm not sure why. I don't think it's a complicated thing to do. It was a simple question, and I think it might have been 2 simple questions. However, I never got a call back. So because of that, and because of kind of the runaround I was given, um, I give the customer service a 4. I think I was contemplating a 3, but I think a 4 is more appropriate because it wasn't like the employees there weren't trying to help. They were trying to help, they just weren't. So, weren't helpful at all. So, yeah. So maybe one of these days I'll get the answer to my questions, like what are the new carts going to be? Oh, whoops. Anyway, they are getting new carts, and they are building a 3-story track. Um, I have a very big opinion on the unfinished track. It is still being built. And I think it's kind of a waste of space. So I guess they'll see, or we'll see, and I'll probably do a review on that when that time comes. I don't expect the carts to be very fun, based on the track layout. I don't expect the track to be very fun because of the track layout. The problem with the track that they're building right now, because it's outside, that I can see, it looks like it's about 3 stories tall, which you would think, wow, that's amazing, right? Like that's so cool. Here's the problem. It goes up to the 3rd story in a straight shot, and then you like drive and like make 2 left turns or whatever, and then you spiral all the way down back to the 1st floor. Now it could obviously go either direction. I don't know which direction they're intending, but I'm just trying to figure out why you would make a track like that. Just to say you have a 3-story track, maybe? I don't know. I guess we'll find out when the advertisements come out for when they're done with building the track. I don't really have any genuine interest in it, especially if the carts end up being the same. And so we'll just have to see. I have very low expectations, which could possibly yield some good results. So anyway, in summary, for pricing, they get an 8. For carts, they get a 4. If you want good carts, dude, don't even come here. Like, it's not, don't expect anything exciting. For track flow, I give them a 7. It's actually pretty good for what it is. I try to be reasonable with these rankings, and they have a very tight space that they're trying to fit these tracks in, so I try to be reasonable with that. It's actually pretty good for the amount of space that they have. And for customer service, I give them a 4. If you guys are watching, give me a call back if you still even have my number. I'm trying to figure out the answer to my questions. For a total of 23 out of 40. Now, if you think about it and you compare it to my other videos, you'll realize, wow, that is higher than Supercharged in Edison, New Jersey. That is not good. However, you gotta look at each of the rankings individually. What are you coming to this place for? Are you coming for the carts? Well, then there's no reason in coming. If you're coming just for the track, you're like, I don't care, I want to see the track. I just want to go on a good track. Well, it might be a good idea. Again, it's small, so you got to think about that. Pricing's obviously really cheap for what it is. Or rather, it's reasonable for what it is, but like a little bit better. Like it's a cheap price for what it is. And for customer service, I just, I don't know, left a little bit to be desired. Well, more than a little bit. So, if you guys like this video, like the video. If you don't like the video, dislike the video. If you dislike the video, tell me why. I will catch you guys in the next one.